Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the Talking Nonsense About Impact Wrestling podcast. Cross the line in 3, 2, 1.
What is good, my Impact Wrestling fam? Welcome to episode 149 of the Talking Nonsense About Impact Wrestling podcast. There we go. So many talkings, Lucha. My name is Jeff. Too much talking. My name is Jeff, and alongside me is the oats to my hall, the something to my diener. Do it for you, Lucha. It's Lucha, everybody. What's going on, buddy?
The anthem to your endeavor. What's up,
that's
everybody?
right, yeah. We can go all day with mediocre comparisons.
Dibs on Pat-Man Jones.
I knew we should have went there. Man. All right, guys. This is going to be a fun one, as last night, damn, it was last night, was the final resolution for Impact Wrestling. This is our last before episode 150. I don't know what that means, but we will be back for Hard to Kill review party. If you're made it past our intro, make sure to like and subscribe and rock with us, and make sure to hit us up on twitch.tv/TNAIW channel so you could catch us live next time for that Hard to Kill review, January 14th, 8 p.m. live. We'll have a party, Lucha. We'll have a party.
It's crazy because January 14th at 8 p.m. is going to be stacked because, you know, we got them tapings popping off.
I know, man.
And a lot of shit going down.
We'll have to keep our phones away, man.
For sure, skis.
But it's been a while, my friend. Well, here, not, in general. We have the TNA, which we'll get back to. Make sure you guys are checking out what else is on this channel. Go Power Rankings coming back this week. Yes?
No.
No, the week after. We had Mexico.
January 16th.
Oh, okay. You're making that up. We had the Mexico tapings. What is your take on that, really quick? I know we're all over the place, but I haven't talked to you about those.
There's been both a little and a lot. There's been nothing that's happened and a lot that's happened since the last time we've been here.
Fair.
We were just sitting, just waiting for something.
Well, we got a lot of stuff. We have comments and a bunch of shit to talk about. But Mexico tapings, Are we going back to them right after Final Resolution? No,
I think that was just a 1 week deal. Okay. I don't know what the hell is happening.
Obviously, by the first 3 minutes of the show, that's the common trend here. But we're gonna have a good time, and that's all that matters.
The Mexico joints were cool though. I watched them. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of nothing in the sense of no story progression or anything. But the matches were cool, and then it put me on to a lot of AAA cats that I haven't seen before. I just like everybody else was like, sexy star?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
interesting. And I got mad, and you know why I got mad? Because I was like, oh, so if this mug, but that wasn't her.
Yeah, different. Yeah, weird. I don't know. That was Mexico tapings. Get my words right. I thought I liked Trindy's getup.
She better win glow guns.
She better win Drip of the Year. Vote now. I don't know if it's still going on that one, but vote now. We'll hit up the nonsensies before the end of the year. I love that. And shout out to Ray Walt for Cerveza to the Fesa. That's all I remember from that night. But it popped me. But we got a lot to talk about, Lucha. We're going to talk about Final Resolution. We're going to hit up our grade, talk about Snake Eyes, talk about TNA Plus, and we got about 9 comments. So we got a lot to get to. So we'll stop stalling. Where did you made it right from the get? You hit the pre-show, or?
I came in halfway through the Jack Price Aiden Prince match.
Okay, not bad. But it doesn't help me because I have PCO versus somebody. And he beat that somebody with a moonsault. PCO then went into the crowd and gave high fives.
Was it Jack somebody?
Huh?
Was it Jack somebody? You just said he beat somebody. Was it Jack somebody?
Yeah, Jake's brother. Yeah. No, it was just, I don't know the guy's name. He had star tattoos. I don't know.
Jobber number 4.
I won't put that on because I don't know what he is. Someone will hit us up once. I don't know. I didn't put a tweet out for
this. Who the hell is Dobby the Brain Heenan?
Where are people? Critical Sting, where are you at? We'll see. I didn't put a tweet out, but yeah, PCO getting a victory here. We're at the Don Kozlov. Is that what it is, right? Arena. Which is that how
I think it's Don Koloff.
Koloff? Kozlov? Am I thinking Kozlov?
I think you're thinking of Vladimir
Oleg
Kozlov.
Prudius. Either way, I like it for IPWF, but it's definitely a smaller joint. You could definitely hear the crowd. We'll talk about one shitty moment referring to the crowd at the end here. I'll see if you pick. I don't know. Did you pick up? Oh man, a shame. Me and my cousin are like, how?
I think I know what you're talking
How rude. But yeah, PCO picks up a win. Then we go to Jake something. He's going to get attacked. He's talking TNA first of all, talking total nonstop action, how he should be the face of it. I like the key points he's hitting here because it's everything we want. And I know there's a question regarding the energy of TNA, that we want. But I thought Jake was hitting it right here, in your face, talking about total nonstop action. So I really dug that. And then we get a chair shot from Hotch because they're facing each other later in the night. Or are they? So this is where you come in. We got the diamonds in the rough himself, Jack Price. Dude, we'll get to him. And he's going to take on Aiden Prince, the returning Aiden Prince off injury, which is cool. We talked about Aiden Prince before just because he's always lingering around. Always want them to do something with him. Wanted my Team Canada getting some steam, as we've been pushing that for a year and a half, 2 years. How many years, Lucha?
From Slammiversary 22.
A long time.
A long time.
But Jack Price gets his first victory in Impact Wrestling. Your thoughts on the match? I like both these dudes for different reasons. We could go over that, but your thoughts on the match, and do you see a immediate future for both these dudes on our TV screens?
I mean, I normally only see Jack Price on the IPWF joint.
The news.
Yeah. I forgot what his name was, but like, I love that tag team.
I always butcher it,
but
yeah.
It's dope that he got his first win in Impact and his last win in Impact all at the same time.
Just get one for the record books, yeah. No, I like both these dudes. I hope they do. We already mentioned where Aiden Prince could kind of fit, but I think you could put these guys anywhere. It's just about, with all the people that may be coming in, and all the people we're going to, I don't want to say repackaging, but we're going to have to present for the first time to a lot of new eyes. We'll see where they fit in, right?
Okay, so Jack Price isn't Canadian, right?
Not to my knowledge. Well, all right, what's up, buddy?
Here. Well, there goes my initial plan, but I still got to back up.
Put both of them in there? What's your backup?
Because I was going to, if he was Canadian.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
In that realm, might as well throw Jack Price, Aiden Prince, Sheldon Jean, all in Team Canada. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like the little cats.
Yeah.
The next generation Bobby Roode, EY. Everybody under Petey.
Fair. Johnny Devine, I got you.
A1. But Jack Price and the guy who had a next match, Sheldon Jean, tag team.
You can see that. We're going to need some... I'd rather they work from within. Yes, we're going to bring people in, and yes, we want more people. We'll get to the free agency thing. But using the people who've been there, loyal, getting a match here and there, and, only getting their foot in the door, I'd like to see them use them for something. So if it's getting a new tag team in, just by building from within, I wouldn't mind it. Do they fit? I don't know, man. I've heard maybe one promo from each. Have one, you know what I mean? I don't know who they are. But
you give, and I hate this idea because it's right up TNA's alley of like doing rip off WWE shit. But you give Moose his own like Hurt Business type group. You know what I'm saying? If you put Moose, Bobby Lashley,
he's got a group.
He's got a whole squad,
like a BDC or something, or not BDC, a beatdown.
Yeah,
BDC.
Yeah.
BDC.
Yeah, BDC. It's like Beatdown Clan, but they, wear they wear suits and whatnot.
Oh,
they real
Made him Mafia BDC.
Yeah,
there you go.
Without the world titles.
Without the title. Yeah, I think there's a lot of room for someone who doesn't have exposure. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's typecast into something because we don't know who he is yet. But I thought when you said the TNA thing, I thought we were going to bring back Simon Diamond and bring back the diamonds in the rough. But
who's Simon Diamond?
Simon Diamond.
Fuck it. If he's available, bring him in. Let's go.
I don't know. Let's keep this going because we're going to go with Gia, and they're doing the old trope here. Jordan and Trinity talking about that. About, hey, I was a tag team partner not long ago with an opponent, da-da-da. So, you know. But there's that. Giving a little wink to Hard to Kill. So we're getting a little continuity and progression. Anything on this, or you want to?
I mean, we can go right past it. I'm just mad that they didn't say the cliche question, can they coexist?
Can they? I think Hannafan might have thrown that out. I think, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not going to go back and see, so we'll just say they didn't. But either way, we're speaking of off the rails. Speaking of Sheldon Jean here, he's going to get a match against Frankie Kazarian. Frankie picking up the wing with the what did he use? Crossface chicken wing. And yeah, man, I love. I don't know if you noticed this. Maybe I'm whatever. Everyone's gear up a little bit. Frankie rocking the Eddie Van Halen trunks here, man, which I dig. And if you guys are guitar heads, go look at. And then he picks up the win, and Sheldon Jean's on his own. I really think if they go that route, especially with maybe the bigger names of free agency not coming in, you got to go with something that's going to pop the people. And a Team Canada on night one might be cool. Sheldon Jean just fits that new gen, I think.
He can be the nenext Bobby Roode. He can be the Bobby Roode of the group. You just got to find Joey EY.
He's a big dude. Big dude. It's a big guy.
That's a big man.
Shit, at least we're having fun, man. What's up, Millard? I don't know if we said that, but how you doing, buddy?
We did.
Let's skip right over to something, and we'll catch back up. Because Frankie Kazarian picks up the win here, but he's going to come back in a promo later and talk about his destiny in TNA. So where do you see Frankie? Well, I mean, it's a hard question to ask you now when we don't know who's coming in. But where do you see Frankie in the TNA? Do you see him World? That seems to be where they're hinting at. Or do you see him more DMC and so on?
I don't see why not be in maybe not in the front of the line, but if not first, second, third, you know what I'm saying? I don't see why he shouldn't be in that spot. It's fucking, especially with all the TNA that we got going dolo, Machine Guns being both champs. That's about as TNA as you can get.
Dude, when they came out at the end, they both had their belts. I was just like, oh yeah, they're both champions. I don't know why it just slipped my mind. Well,
they run the world.
It's the second Machine Gun era. But yeah, no, I don't see why not. I like having a lot of TNA, and this is also allegedly where a lot of old TNA cats left just now. Mickey, Kenny King, Taylor Wilde. So there are people that are at least in the company that are still TNA guys, and Frankie could really run with that in 2024. Next, we're gonna get a promo for Deep Fear Lucha, Sharks versus Narcs.
That sponsored a recent episode of TNA, didn't it?
It did. Right from the creative of AEW comes Deep Fear, Sharks versus Narcs. Or maybe NWA. Maybe that would make more sense. I kind of dropped maybe they're in it together.
It's an NWA AEW collaboration.
It's a collab. Yeah, so I have the word promo here. Does someone give a promo? I don't know.
Lish.
Thank you. Lish not making the Golden Tongue Awards, but she had a good year, man, of getting out there and being her and finding herself in her voice.
Lish got some dubs.
She did. We got to see her at episode 1000, or Victory Road, getting that title shot finally. Victory Road as well. So yeah, man. But more on her in a second, because this is Eddie and Myers getting a tag team title match because they both wear green. And against ABC, but ABC is going to take care of business and pick up the dub. But the Rascals are going to attack. And, yeah, man, that's what I got. How'd you feel about the match? And then kind of what we wanted and saying, like, hey, Rascals, you still get a rematch here, which we'll get to with the Santino thing. Or we can lump it all together. But the Rascals being back in that title picture at the forefront with ABC.
I mean, they do have a rematch, don't they? So it's not like this came out of nowhere. It's like, wait, how the fuck did they get a title?
Right.
So it's cool. I'm cool with it. The rematch is going to be crazy. The only thing that kind of let me down was that there wasn't a stip added to it.
Okay. You mean
at least like a stipulation? Because as of now, it's just a straight up rematch.
Oh, you're talking about Bound for Glory? Well, I don't know if they confirmed that.
Rascals.
Did they confirm that?
I know they threw it out. I haven't seen graphic or anything on it.
Okay, I think I was too focused on the it turning into a tag team match that I didn't pick that up. But if that's true, another thing that I didn't catch. But okay, yeah. So you'd rather them have like something of 2 out of 3 or something of that nature?
There's got to be some, not saying stakes like the fucking titles are on the line, but there's got to be some meat. Pause.
Speaking of meat, Millard's in there talking. I just want to make a mention really quick. We'll get back to that. He said, I joined late. You didn't talk, or hope you didn't talk, or whatever. Did you talk about
Use
Penzer?
your words.
I can't, man. It's been a week. I think the Sam Letourneau will take over. I wonder if Mackenzie Mitchell getting let go had anything with it. Getting Mackenzie back, that's interesting. I don't know, man. Yeah, that took me by surprise. Penzer heading out. We joke. Penzer, but respect. I mean, Tom did a great job at talking about that. I don't know if Scott's thing got put online or what he said about Penzer, but, it's a new era. It's kind of weird that he'd leave right before TNA starts, but you're coming with a fresh start. It's not all about nostalgia, and maybe Penzer was ready to go as well. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like, I always loved me some Penzer because, like, he was part of the childhood. We're WCW kids.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and TNA.
Penzer, facts.
Yeah.
Like, seamless transition.
Right.
Minus that little bit of JB, but.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know where we go. Is it Mackenzie Mitchell? I don't know. Sam Letourneau, we got to see a little bit of her not too long ago.
Jade?
That's right. Jade was doing BTI. Are they continuing BTI? Yeah, so that's interesting, man. And all the love to Penzer.
Scott Steiner?
There you go. Just like that one TNA show that was on Access TV. But yeah, so ABC's going to pick up the win. Rascals and ABC continuing the feud, hopefully in a Bound for Glory with some stip or something of that nature. Either way, going to be a banger. And Eddie and Myers working well together. And we won't jump too far ahead. They'll be in a team again with Moose, who we already mentioned, at Snake Eyes, which we'll get to. But ABC keeping the titles. And we move on to a Josh and Zack Sabre Jr. promo. And then
Real quick.
Yeah, lay it on me.
That jersey that Josh was rocking.
That he gave away to the person in the crowd that was...
I know that person is, like, in tears.
Yeah. That was cool. It was a cool moment, man. And you can see Pop
that
Josh.
Jersey was fire.
That was cool, man. That was really cool. It's nice to start seeing that. I know people want bigger and stuff, and I think we're going to get a lot of that. A lot of things that just in this next year that make us feel like, oh, yes, what else do we want checked off? Well, what else do we want checked off? But it's cool to see we're at a point where we can have jerseys. I don't know. I know it's so simple and stupid, but
it's the little things.
It's the little things, man, because there was a time, once again, where we couldn't even have 3 headsets on commentary at a time. You know what I mean? Like, we couldn't get a working mic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Josh was broadcasting the show from his phone. Come on, So let us celebrate. And Josh's jersey is something we should celebrate. I'm with you, man. Lish boycotts in the ring, as we alluded to. She's in the ring still. Santino gives her a match against... where were they? Were they in Toronto? Where's Kozlov at? Ontario?
Yeah. Ontario. I think it's Toronto.
Yeah. Toronto, Ontario, yeah. Jody is going to pick up the win against Alicia Edwards. And, Jody still, to me, man, still got that ODB vibe. Music hits, you get amped, she goes in, she spins her hair, she fucks shit up, pieces out. It's nice.
Yeah.
Nice throwback, especially heading into TNA. All right, next up, Lucha. We're getting our fight bites. And Tommy, don't look at me, man. Tommy is successfully defending against Diener. Digging the beard with Diener. It's cool. Hoping we'll see an evolution in 2024. But Tommy's victorious. He keeps the DMC as we head into TNA. And
I will say this.
Okay, I was going to see if you wanted to say anything.
It's crazy that this is Tommy Dreamer's longest title run in his career.
Yeah, I mean, following his career, you understand why. Like, there was
he wasn't supposed to be
champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not like a boo Tommy thing. That's just the story. That's Tommy. But yeah, that is a fact I didn't think I'd be hearing today. I think it needs. Go back to the Terry Funk pants, the barbed wire with the pizza thing. I ain't digging or whatever the fuck.
Go back to the House of Hardcore joints.
Yeah.
Fuck it. You got the busted open shirt. Where's the busted open pants at, dog?
There you go. Walking advertisement. Either way,
just don't bring back that weird shit from 2011.
The dragon.
Yeah, the fucking.
When everyone's passing around that gold.
I don't even know what to call it.
That gold.
His Bret Hart. Yeah.
Bret Hart.
Like he wanted to have some Bret Hart attire, so he went and got that.
It looked like. You remember? You ever fuck with Legos and the little knights? They would have that generic dragon on it. That's what it always reminded me of.
Yeah. Yeah.
References. All right. To those who still watch it, thank you. Thanks, Millard, for being here. Let's keep going. Because next up is the match that the Rascals were well, let's get to that first. Trey and Bailey were supposed to go one-on-one. I was excited about that.
Yeah.
So this is kind of bittersweet. But it gets turned into a tag team match in the old shenanigans when Santino's talking to them about the interference, and they already get a rematch, yada, yada. Okay. So this turns into a tag team match. It's going to be Bailey, and Bailey has a surprise partner, and it is Trent Seven. Now, Bailey and Trent Seven are going to pick up the victory here. I'm going to take a step back and see if you have anything to mention besides the old mustache thing. I know he won with Tyler Bate in NXT and UK NXT as well. But I'm so unfamiliar. I used a picture from him of, it might be Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't know what I used in the cross the line thing. I made a new one of an updated one. Thanks for pointing that out, internet. But
not the fucking Fitzmagic.
But yeah, I don't know too much, man. I know he's 42. I know he's a journeyman. Can you tell me anything else on him that should get me excited? Or not?
I mean, nothing to not get you excited, but nothing to get you excited either. I mean, my extension of knowledge of him is from him being on 2K. Okay. And I would have random matches like, me and whoever my tag partner is, we have a tag match against.
Okay.
But it was dope though, because I saw him wrestle on TNA or Impact, because it's still that.
Yeah.
Wait, is it still that? Or since there's no more shows, are we in like purgatory? Are we GFW?
Right now we are. But in this time frame where we're talking about Final Resolution, we're Impact.
Okay. So fuck, I almost lost.
Yeah, we're Trent Seven.
Yeah.
Impact.
So yeah, he was on Impact on Final Resolution. And then like not 20 minutes later, Tyler Bate was on the NXT show in the men's Iron Survivor joint. So I was like, look at them.
Look at who
still
knew.
winning.
Who
Mustache knew? Mountain got dubs. Look at us. That's
cool, man. Timing. It's the universe. Yeah, no, I don't know much, man. He looked good as far as in the ring. He's got a mustache. He's got a look. 42 is something that says to me we're plopping in a vet who can maybe be in a tag team more than someone who's gonna take a spot in that card singly. Maybe I'm wrong, but I did think it was interesting. Not to say that that's going to happen, but he was with Bailey here because with Bailey's contract year run is this year and running up. If you're not sure Bailey's going to resign, maybe you keep him in a tag team until the end of the year. But I hope that's not the case, and that goes right into what I was feeling at the time. When Scott came out, I said, oh man, Bailey's re-upping on his contract. Scott must be out for that, right?
I knew that Trent was getting signed.
beforehand.
As soon as I saw the contract in his back pocket,
No, I know.
I was like,
I
oh
know.
yeah,
I'm just being stupid, man. But
being wishful.
But also, I'm not saying it's a negative. I just didn't. I'm not going to pop for it. The internet seemed to be okay with it. You had some namesayers. You had some people who were excited. But to make a big moment and have Scott out there squawking about it, sign on my back. That moment. Is he one of those guys that we should be that fucking excited for and print a towel for? That's what I was was confused about, as why it was such a big moment. But I guess it's something people are excited about, and we do need to fill a lot of spots. So it's not like he's coming in to be world champion. But
maybe he could. Who knows? This company has made a habit out of taking people who you didn't expect to be whatever. And have turned them into, what I'm saying, like Steve Macklin. Come on.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like I'm hoping that I think as Ospreay said as well, that he's in the best place to reinvent himself and to reach his full potential.
Yeah,
he has a passion for it. He has a mind for it. I'm all for check. They've said the right things. It went over the way I thought it was cool. I just didn't know he was. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I didn't know if he was worthy of that, because that's a big deal. Like, I mean, it's like, oh, we're signing someone who's the next big thing, like Leon Slater. We're signing Bailey, who's finally coming over to the States, after hiatus. Like Josh, I mean, with them are big moments. So I just didn't know, and I was waiting to see your opinion if it was warranted or not. At least, the very least, we got new merch with the towel, right?
The one thing I took out of this was we gotta watch when they come to the Don Koloff arena, because it seems like every time they do, someone leaves with a contract.
Is that the play? Okay. Yeah. Canada. Makes a lot of sense. Now,
because Josh signed there, Speedball signed there on Josh's back.
Yeah.
And Trent signed on Speedball's back. So it's like, if they come back, who's getting signed on Trent Seven's back?
Maybe it'll be Dick Zipper. You know what I mean? Like, and he's maybe we'll continue it
with the zip zap.
With the zip zap and the show closer. Yeah, I don't know, man, but I'm excited to hear that, this is someone, I don't know. It doesn't matter. For me, honestly, like, people can shit on it. People can say it's the greatest thing on earth until I watch it on screen and for a couple weeks and say, oh, yeah, I see where this guy's at. It doesn't matter. And that's why I obviously want to see.
But if you want to take it to the bare bones of the moment aside, but just simply, is it worth a contract or whatever?
Yeah.
Based off the match, I'd say so.
Yeah, that was one of the things as well, was it always happens after a banger that these moments happen, no matter if it's us or one of those classics in NXT or WWE when they were doing them, you know what I mean? Like, with someone to get a contract, it's after a banger, like, we weren't gonna, but here's the contract. So I'm all for those moments, and it was warranted in that way. I just didn't know if it was warranted because of whatever, star potential is what I'm getting at. Either way, wishful thinking, hope he kills it. We'll see where he's at. Maybe he isn't a tag team dude. Maybe he could be a singles. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Millard here is saying, I can't read today. Hopefully Subculture and the Grizzled Young Veterans are next. Hey, more tags, man. More tags. More tags. We'll take them. Next up is, speaking of tags, we got Jason Hotch, who's going to come out and talk about what the hell is he talking about? Oh, that Jake's not going to come out. His opponent's not going to come out because he's hit by a chair, whatever. But Jake comes out. So, hey, man, it makes sense, because does Jason Hotch, the guy who's always in a losing tag team, really have a chance, kayfabe, against Jake Something, who we're pushing as a big monster? He shouldn't, right? So the chair shot made sense. This part, Jake at least limping out. Okay, cool. But Jake's going to pick up the win and continue his momentum. I'm excited, man. One, I want to see, you want to obviously see the good hands back. We both enjoy them. But also Jake Something, where do you think his potential is into 2024? X Division, I think they mentioned that on Mike, at the very least, right?
It would be fire, if he got a proper X run, where he just, go through. Basically, he's gonna mash through all of them. on his way to whoever's got the belt by the time he reaches there. But like
The Josh build, the real true build.
yeah,
I like that, man. You know, we've hot shotted a lot of people over the course of this company's history. Some of it worked, some of it was a little like had to work because they did it. But I hope they take their time with him. You know, it doesn't need to take as long as it did last time where they did nothing. But I mean, you know. But yeah, I'm looking.
but I mean,
yeah.
let me ask you this question though. Say, no surrender, right? Before no surrender, he wins like a number one contenders battle royal or some shit,
Okay.
or it's some crazy type of stipulation match in no surrender where he's in a world title match, and he wins. Would that be the worst thing?
No. No, I think there's a lot of ways they can start his build without, you know, and still giving him a, you know, a reward with still dangling that carrot, you know.
Regardless, him and Moose gotta run it back because the last time him and Moose fought, I think was a pissed off Moose, and it was during COVID era, and then he got low key squashed, I think, or he might have won the match. I don't remember. Moose beat his ass. I know that much,
The fact that you remember in general is pretty astounding. Lucha.
bro. I appreciate COVID era Impact so much.
No, they crushed it. They really did, man. They really did. Something versus Macklin, something versus Josh again, or something versus Moose after he wins the title. Hey, Millard's right there with you. Look at that, Lucha. But yeah, Jake something's on to something, and we're on to Moose. Hey, not a horrible transition. But they're chanting Deuce when it comes out there, and there's that one dude who's just straight up not liking Moose. And
I'm just mad no one said snooze.
I know, that's I was thinking about that too. I was like, are they saying no? Deuce. They're calling him a piece of shit. But Moose picks up the victory after after a disqualification and then a victory, and then it becomes a falls or street fight. But he beats Rhino. And do I have anything on this? Moose is looking good, looking in shape, looking like he should be a world champion. That ladder and that bouncy magic ladder. I got that one, man.
The bouncy magic ladder.
Whoop, well, that thing was, yeah, man. And then Hanafan's like, there was so much force. It bent it back. Such good shit. I love this team, man. Next up is a team that we already talked about, and when it went to tropes, but they're going to win it this time. There's no, what was it, Lucha? Can they coexist?
Can they coexist?
They coexisted. And Jordan and Trinity pick up the win over Giselle and Deonna. Deonna, of course, taking the pin. Ending a little sloppy jalopy, if you will. But I thought Tom did a great job of talking about the Knockouts history and the impact from red and blue feud on. I thought that was cool. But yeah, man, Deonna and Giselle having it out after the match, kind of, and then Giselle taking her out. So the Black Widow rises again. Last time we see Deonna, or is she gonna? I know there's a question about free agency later, but
I don't think so.
okay. You think Giselle has to kick her in the head about 3 times to send her off?
No, Giselle's gonna have to answer for her sins at some point.
Oh,
we're gonna see her, but I don't think it'll be for a while.
okay.
At least that's what you know.
Well, we'll hold that. We're gonna get a connector here with Moose talking. As Jordan and Trinity did with Gia prior, Moose pushing the fact that he's getting a world title shot. And then we go into the world champion and the X Division champion, Motor City Machine Guns, taking on Josh and Zack Sabre Jr. And I got Jersey Josh, but we already hit that. The match itself, pretty damn good.
My arm hurt after watching that match.
You know, it's one of those things where we're going to talk about the exciting parts of everything, right? The news and all these things that happen. And we just kind of have to pass over these things because we can't sit here and talk about a match for 30 minutes. But what a damn good match, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And cool to see
Those
Zack Sabre
boys
Jr. in there.
professional wrestled.
They did, and I mentioned it earlier, and I was just debating as I was talking if I even wanted to bring it up, but shame on that person who yelled out paper champion Alex Shelley. And kudos to Chris Sabin for giving them the death stare afterwards, and the crowd who backed him up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yep. Man, like, look, we've all, and even Alex talked about the whole, transitional champion name and all this stuff. At the end of the day, we've been kind of on a weird valley since, the Macklin, Josh injury, the Macklin injury, and all those things. And Alex stepped up to the plate, man, deserves a world title run when it comes to lineage in general. And then to go for this long and to have a nice healthy run and hold down the fort with some bangers till we get to that next day, kudos to him, man. And he shouldn't be. I hate that terminology, and the fact that dude said it is
he lame,
full on dickery.
He lame. He lame. Because you look at who Shelley's beat. You can't look at who Shelley's beat and ask the question, who'd he beat?
Right.
Like there's names on that motherfucker.
And what were the quality of matches, man? And what were, you know what I mean? Like,
if he was a paper champion, he would have lost that bitch to Nick Aldis at Slammiversary.
Fair enough. And then he would have took it to SmackDown.
Yeah.
But let's hit this really quick because it goes on to a question I have for you, Lucha. But after this, we're going to get the announcement of Ospreay versus Josh 2. First off, phenomenal video package. In the beginning of the show as well, I thought they did a great job of setting the tone for this is the final before we move on kind of thing to TNA. But we get a package for Ospreay versus Josh 2, so we're getting that. And a 6-man tag that we already alluded to with Okada and the Motor City Machine Guns taking on Eddie, Moose, and Myers. We have about 2 matches, at least with cover, I don't know what the hell it's called, with a picture to it, graphic for Snake Eyes, and we have 2 for Bound for Glory.
Hard to kill.
Thanks for saving me. Which one are you looking forward to more? Snake Eyes are hard to kill.
Hard to kill, just because that's the first, what I'm saying, we're back, bitch. Not we're back, we're here. Like this is it.
Yeah. I'm excited.
You're gonna see everything. Like who's gonna be there, belts, arenas.
That's crazy.
Fucking
it's crazy. It's like Christmas morning.
Yeah.
When your parents got money. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Christmas morning and your parents just got a good ass job.
Yep.
You done moved into a new house and shit. You still close by your friends, but you just in a better house.
Oh man, we could talk.
You closer to your family.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of a good transition because it feels like we're going into that, man. We're going into Hard to Kill and regaining family, man. It feels like everyone's on board with this TNA thing. I don't, look, we talk about 1 week of Mexico, what's going on next week? We had IPWF, we had Thanksgiving, but silver lining, it's just I think everyone's still hyped, and especially with them rolling out these announcements that we'll get to. They've done a damn good job of this show. Speaking, it was very TNA-ish, man, by the way. I don't know if you caught that. I don't know, like the matches were not really too much depth to them. They just were good damn matches, and
I felt like they kind of had to hold back just a smidge because it was like a closer corner.
Yeah.
I'm sure if they had more like ringside area, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't have cameramen tripping and shit.
Well, let's get that really quick. And then before we ramble on about more TNA and all this other shit. But your grade for the event, I thought it was damn good.
A positive B-. I'm
gonna go
the highest B-. B- only because only reason why it's a B- and not a B+ is just because there were title matches, but there weren't really like stakes in this show. This was more like it felt like a send-off.
It felt like a final resolution in 2007. Was that a thing? 2007? You mean just
yeah,
like
but
just
it
kind
might
of
have been in January in 2007 because that was weird. Like how was Final Resolution, the first pay-per-view of the year?
right.
What?
Yeah, because I'm making one more resolution, Lucha, after the new year.
But
But that's
whatever.
fair. I'm just saying I'm going with a flat B because it gave a little bit of everything and it did have an old TNA vibe to me, which meant no storylines and just matches put together, but and it ended up being entertaining as these always are. Some really damn good things, and it got a signing too. So you had a moment, you know, if you really knew who Trent Seven was, then maybe you had a really big moment. But from so I still give it a B.
I'm
And
just like, I don't know how this can make sense, but if I can get Josh Ospreay to be for the IWGP US/UK Championship,
that's how they take it off them.
and then it becomes the IWGP Canadian Championship or the
Like-
Can-Am
like
Championship or something.
Elix and Lance, they just put a sticker over the hardcore title, and they just or Impact when we've got away from GFW, put a placard over it. I digress. Hard to Kill is one of the best pay-per-view names ever. Can't wait for Snake Eyes too. I expect a lot of surprises for both shows. Yeah, man, I'm not trying to put my mind there, but it would be nice, even if it is someone on the, hey, we're going to put him in the tag division, a little bit of, as Lucha saying, showing us what that is going to look like. We have a lot of comments that hit on that, and I want to do him justice, so we'll get to that. But he's going B-, I'm going B. We talked about Snake Eyes, we talked about Hard to Kill a little bit, but one thing I definitely want to get to is something you alluded to with Endeavor. TNA Plus, not only raising the prices and getting that money, which they deserve, because the library is their money. Let's be real. That's the bank, right? So showcasing that on a better platform that works all the time, it's not crashing, that has a beautiful interface and works. You know it ain't gonna fuck up on Endeavor. And you get the option of 4 pay-per-views a year, which we already pay for anyways, unless you're hotboxing. Or wait, no, what are they doing to 2023? Illegal streams. There we go.
Yeah, going to them, what I call dim sites.
eStream Live. So I hear
dim sites and shit.
Dim sites and shit. I said the box like this is 1996.
Right, you old bastard.
I don't know what year I'm in. But yeah, man. Jesus. It is a better deal if you add them up regardless. So something to look into. I don't know if it's a one-time fee. That might be hard for some people. Because we're talking, was it late 200s or mid 200s? Did you notice?
220.
Oh, it's not horrible, but
$219.99 for the year.
They got a payment plan. What's going on here?
And then they did say there's supposed to be a special deal for existing customers or whatever that's supposed to be dropping. I think the 15th it said.
Son of a bitch. I canceled my subscription last month.
That's fine. Look, mine goes out on the 18th, so I'm gonna cancel
And re-up.
then, and then just re-up.
Man, I just wish I had more information with the YouTube one though, because I do like insiders. I have that. I pay for that. I'll keep that no matter. But will that go up? Will that still feature the same thing? Well, I'm interested.
If TNA Plus does the same shit that Insiders does, then I'm getting rid of Insiders, and I'm gonna just rock with that.
Yeah, because I buy the YouTube. I buy the pay-per-views through the YouTube anyways. Through the YouTube.
Through the YouTube.
Malart's at dim sites. Off the rails. This is our final resolution, Lucha. Is that it? Anyways. So yeah, no, I'm excited about that, man. Look, we're talking about the logistics and how it all works and all that, but just the excitement in general of, working with Endeavor's pretty damn big, right?
This it's the same people who do 2 apps that I've used a lot in my life / used. Because remember, they did WWE Network.
Can you say it on here? Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, that ran smooth.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
And they did / did NBA League Pass.
Okay.
So all I gotta say is if they give me the search, like if I can click on a pay-per-view, like I go Bound for Glory 06 and then use the match by match joint that they had on the WWE Network to go straight to a match, I'm falling the fuck out.
Man, I'm there with you because there's an idea I have that I want to do with you and Johnny here and there. I think I mentioned about it and tell you where we can maybe look at every wrestler individually, their matches since they've been with the company. Oh, man. That's not the idea. Don't want that stolen, But we got something to play off that.
I want the ability to do playlists because I remember the GWN had that.
Yeah.
And so I would legit set up playlists for dudes' whole title reigns.
Oh, that's cool. I still want to go back and watch the Main Event Mafia one.
Yeah. Especially now that we have all that shit now.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, that's the thing is maybe this is so... I mean, we're talking... They're moving out... I don't know where they were doing it. Were they doing it out of Tennessee or something? Now we're talking out of a big... I don't know. I'm not going to act like I know. But a much bigger facility that's obviously ran much better with smoother connection, right?
Yeah.
So it might be just like that to put all the years up. Boom, in one shot. You know what I mean? Like
we're just about
there anyways.
There's really not much missing except for the rest of 2014.
Really? Well, damn.
I think they're in like February at this point.
I haven't been able to. That's part of the reason I canceled it. But hey, let us know, man. I want to know everyone's opinion because this did, look, hey, we're not going to laugh at it. We're talking about no presents under the tree, so no judgment here. But we're going up $2 at least a month if you do it monthly, I believe. We're going up, nearly 3 times if you do with the pay-per-view thing, which I think is a good buy. What are you more leaning to? What are you thinking? What are you guys thinking about? Or what are you looking for them to announce before you make your decision? Let us know.
I will say this, like a thing, because I understand that it might be a hard sell for some, because like that's kind of a crazy number when
it's a lump sum.
When put to you all at once for like what you're getting. It's like, but you think about it, you already drop $1.
It's the math part.
What are they 40 a pop?
For $39.99, yeah.
Yeah, so you're already dropping $1.60.
Yeah.
And then
that extra
I did the yearly.
Yeah.
Which was 72.
Hey, think about it that way. So if you're popping 160 on those 4 pay-per-views a year, that extra 60 is less than it would cost if you got the year subscription for Impact Plus. So that's not bad. It's a damn good deal.
Yeah.
All right.
But my what I was gonna say though, because I almost forgot it. Damn Treehouse.
What's new?
But right. But I gotta understand it is kind of a hard sell. So like a 7-day trial or 5-day trial, you know what I'm saying, makes sense to me. Especially with this being the same people who did WWE Network and they shoved that $9.99 a month, first month free or whatever the fuck it was.
Or those 99-cent days or whatever. Yeah, try them. Yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad, man. Because a lot of this, and that goes with the TNA name too coming in. It's a lot of trying to get people back into the picture, right? Get a lot of people eyes that may be left to give it another chance. And if I'm one of those people, that means I'm giving it another chance means I watched it at some point. So if you offer me, hey, come back, watch Hard to Kill. If you're back on with us, here's a 7-day free trial. I think that would be a smart idea. Because then they just binge. All right. Are you guys binging us? I don't know. Either way, we appreciate you being here. We're having fun shooting the shit. Hope you guys are as well. Look out for everything coming out, including Nonsensies and LOL Hall of Flame. Some other fun stuff we might do. But right now, we're going to get to your guys' comments.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we're going to talk comments. And I'm going to try to read them with some English in here. Are you? You're good at. I'm always so bad at that, man. You and Johnny nail it, and I'm just like, so stupid. Gary Rossetti, our buddy Gary. What's going on, buddy? I acknowledge you, Jeff. Oh, thanks. Yeah, these are reaction based, so if you don't watch reaction, but acknowledge you. Thank you. I loved IPWF, especially Rip Razor and Rusty Iron. Ain't nothing rusty about that iron, baby. I love that. I love that tag team. Final Resolution will deliver in my estimation, maybe even a big angle will take place on Saturday. Well, we didn't get that, but we got some. We got a signing. We got some progression, and I think some momentum. I don't know how much, but the announcements really help. All those. Lucha, you got anything on? Well, Rip Razor and Rusty Iron at least.
I mean, as always, shout out to the homie Rapid Delivery Pete.
There you go. Lucha's go-to Halloween costume.
Hell yeah.
All right, Fade the Line 26. I hope Deonna resigns, but that probably isn't going to happen. I don't know how they can replace her, especially with nobody on the indie scene being on her level. Let's break that up. Let's start there. Lucha, you already mentioned you don't know if she'll come back. I think, long story short, if she resigned, would it get the same hype as if she went away and then came back and re-signed eventually? No. I think maybe being away for a little bit doesn't hurt anything for anyone. At the same time, I want us to invest in our own people and keep them around, but it's hard to appreciate someone as much when they're consistently there, is all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, but we saw this same thing play out with Jordan when we thought whichever show it was her last show. What was it? Was it a Victory Road Emergence?
I thought she came back at that. So Emergence makes sense. I don't know, though. Someone will correct us.
I don't know, but she left. Then came back, come to find out she signed when, she was there and took a vacation. I think that's what came out. I remember reading it. I don't know if it's true. Internet.
Right. Yeah, man, I hope she does. I'm just saying at the end of the day, when you have someone who's, and I hate to say it like this, but is up for a pay increase, you have to weigh out the option of, what am I getting by doing that? I'm keeping someone consistently here, which is great. But can I use that somewhere to bring in something maybe new that people might? I think she does. I don't know if she loses fans off the television if she goes, but I don't think it helps the cause. So I see both sides. I just don't know which way it's going to play out. I just want her to do what she wants to do. And if it's her childhood dream of trying out the E, then she tries out the E. Either way, we'll be here. I don't know. Let's see.
I don't see 2 out of 3 of the options being a negative either way.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it hurts. And at the end of the day, she knows where home is. I mean, maybe she built a new one. AJ did, but home that actually treated her well at least, and is a platform she can always come back to. I will say the indie thing. I don't know, man. I'm not saying Camille's on her level, but I am intrigued by the idea of picking up the best, kind of Vince style back in the day, picking up the best of the territories right now, filling in our roster with people like Trent Seven, with people like Camille and Hammerstone and those kind of energy. And then you wait for that Christian-like signing, but we'll see. When it goes to free agents, it's been a super quiet as well. In my opinion, they should have waited for January to announce the TNA brand being back. I don't feel like they have done a good job at any meaningful interactions with Moose Shelley, nor Jordan and Trinity, and the build so far has been non-existent. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. It's one of those things. We could debate this all day, but you can look at it 2 ways. We knew what we were getting into when it came to Thanksgiving, IPWF, England tapings, Mexico tapings. We knew where we at. We were gearing up for hard to kill. So I think they needed to announce it prior, something especially at Bound for Glory to get us hyped and let us know we're gearing up for something new.
My only real complaint, because like we said, because I remember we've talked about this before, knowing what's coming, we were okay with what we had to go through. Mm. This was like months ago, like before even the UK shows popped off.
When they talked fresh off of the production news, I think is when we kind of understood. Yeah.
But my only misunderstanding of it was I thought that we were going to get a couple of more weeks out of the UK shows than we did.
Yeah, I think the UK ones felt really weird because they were bookending a Impact Plus show. You remember as well, or whatever. And I kind of feel that with the Mexico. If it's just 1 week, it is kind of odd, but I know they're just trying to fill the gaps. I don't really know.
They did like 4 dates out there, and even the pay-per-view they did was taped. So like, the hell?
Oh yeah, because it was just a switch. Yeah. I don't really know.
That was my only complaint out of it. Like, I was expecting a couple of more weeks off the UK shows, which we probably could have used, or at the very least, like some sort of a half taping, from fucking Final Resolution or something.
It's all, even if we weren't gearing up for something, it feels like this holiday road is always the same. We get IPWF, we get Thanksgiving, we get highlights, end of year, Christmas episode. So I don't know. I think with us falling on Thursday too, always we have a weird lull around the holidays in general. But I'm with you. I get that. There's a lot of things we could talk about that could have been done, should have been done. But as far as silver lining, like, I think we all just kind of, not everyone, I'm sure there's a lot of people with angst. But you got two choices. You wait to Hard, we just kind of go with it and just hope for the best, or you get mad every day and then still watch Hard to Kill. So, but both answers are right. I get it. Or not. Roger Pace.
I myself will do both of them.
See, there you go. You can do both. Hey, some days I do, a little of each. Roger Pace 3749. With CM Punk back in WWE, that should make TNA cherish and keep their stars they have and make homegrown stars and not rely on released wrestlers from other companies. I want a nice balance of that. How about you, Lucha?
Yeah, you gotta have cats to make your homegrowns, like, because we all know AJ was pretty much like fire from day one, right?
Yeah.
But if you didn't have the fucking Jerry Lynn's or the Sean Waltmans to beat, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, later on, the Stings, Kurt Angles,
right,
the older cats to beat, to make them be like, oh shit, they're next level. You need those cats.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I like to think, and that's a great reference, or whatever. My words. But AJ really, and we'll use him because obviously he's the ultimate analogy, man. But he did have those people. He had D'Lo to tag with and have that little run when, they faced off each other. Jerry Lynn, great. I mean, like, all these great things. Jeff Jarrett, all that you mentioned, too. You had to have those vets who were from another place, who can hold down the fort and teach. And I'm with you, man. I really appreciate your mind, Lucha. Really appreciate your mind. But yeah, no, I think it's about balance. It's all about balance. Nora Sparks, what's up, buddy? I'd like TNA to bring in Richard Holiday, Hammerstone, and Grizzly Young Vets, and Madcap Moss. I hope they bring back or add the TNA heavyweight title later on in the year, as in instead of the world title.
Yeah, that one lost me.
Maybe they want TNA heavyweight title, and then maybe the X division gets more shine. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
I don't know.
Either way, let us know, buddy. As far as Richard Holiday, Madcap Moss, not too familiar. No Grizzled Young Vets a bit. I know they're kept asking for the release, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a cool find because it's not really people who are disgruntled or anything like that. And Hammerstone the same. Contract running up. Looks like he smoothed it out. MLW, maybe not. But either way, those are the kind of signings I would like to see as well. You know anyone about Madcap Moss or Richard Holiday that piques your interest?
I mean, if they show up, cool. If they don't, cool. They're not on my list. I don't even really have a list, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
not
my list. Yeah. My list starts and ends with America's Most Wanted.
I'm for it, man. That's the thing that we're talking about when it comes to that perfect balance too. Is look, we have a lot of things that people are going to expect out of Hard to Kill and on with TNA. So you need that balance of AMWs or Frankie Kazarians, of people who could say, hey, TNA, you need those newcomers like Leon Slater or insert, person who needs a platform to get a launching point. And then you need some people like the Trent Sevens or the whoever's of here that could be those
Mustafa Ali.
Those people that can balance, that have a little name value. So they're going to have to do a lot of juggling to please a lot of people. So I don't know if just bringing all unnamed people is smart, but I like the names you're naming.
I will say this, though. I'm still I'm not holding all of my breath. I'm holding 3% of my breath that Mercedes still pulls up.
I don't know if that's the next one, but I know someone mentions that, actually. I still think there's a chance, man. I said it before. I don't know, if it's redundant, but it depends how much that bag is. You know what I mean? Because no matter who takes that bag, if it's Ospreay, if it's Punk, if it's Mercedes, you got a whole locker room of people who are expecting a lot from you. Oh, this is the person that's paid this much. Now, I know it's a cool group, but there's got to be, at the end of the day, most people are there to make money. Great time, have family, live out your dreams, sure, but part of that dream is providing. So it'll be interesting to whoever gets that bag, who he holds the bag, who may or no. Nope, not wrong one. Here we go. This is a long one. Shadow Lanes 29. Some Impact fans on Impact Reddit are complaining about the lack of tickets sold for Hard to Kill. I still think the pay-per-view will be sold out or close to being sold out, but I understand the concern at least a bit. The lack of promotion of the card can not even announcing other matches so far. It just seems odd. This should be the most important pay-per-view for the new TNA era, and it doesn't feel like it. Hopefully, after Final Resolution, they could do something, show who's facing who. We'll stop there for a second because I think this is on to something else. Lucha, I understand that as well. We want it to be sold out. I think it will. I think we would all have appreciated a different rollout, but we're at where we're at. And I think they're going to be able to rebuild some momentum with some announcements heading into Hard to Kill. Your thoughts?
I feel, and this is a completely uneducated guess, it's just a man who likes to grab things out of the dark to see if it makes sense. I feel like the tickets that have been sold so far, those are pretty much the travelers, the cats who are coming from like across the country or around the world. You know what I'm saying?
Who follow the show?
Yeah,
I gotcha.
And then the rest of that's gonna fill out are gonna be like people that are like an hour or two drive away. You know what I'm saying? Got to get close to there, but I feel that complaint because I'm kind of in the same boat, but I'm also like, we do still have a month.
Yeah.
As of Wednesday, we will have 1 full month.
It's crazy. It's taken forever, but it's also coming right around the corner. Yeah.
So I'm confident that from Wednesday to January 13th, there will be enough
to fill in that.
Yeah, that
void,
will get filled in. And there'll be enough time to promote such. But the problem that we have that makes us feel that doesn't make us feel confident in that being a reality is that we don't have weekly TV worth watching. So it's like they could tell us all this shit, but like there's going to be a little under half of your audience.
Yeah, that are unaware.
Yeah, so it's like...
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like I said earlier, like you could be worried about it daily, or you could just be here for the ride. At the end of the day, both are correct in some way, because if no one's worrying about it, we ain't selling shit. And some people don't know about what's going to happen, or like this, see 2 matches and say the card really sells me. At the same time, it feels like they're releasing Okada return and Ospreay versus Josh 2 for Snake Eyes, with maybe holding back intentionally for Hard to Kill. So I don't know, right? They're naming shit for Snake Eyes, trying to get tickets sold.
And that should be a little telling, because like we're getting hella TV shit, but we're not getting anything on pay-per-view, and that's not
normal.
It's not normal, nor do I think it's by mistake. At least not yet.
Yeah.
It's not by mistake in the sense of, oh, we forgot to. No, they're circling shit, dotting I's, crossing T's.
Yeah, look, part about momentum, especially if you're not getting a big, huge name like Punk or Ospreay or whatever we thought was going to be the white knight that changed the day or saved the day. You got to have these little things piled up. Teaming with Endeavor and having TNA Plus, let's announce that right before Final Resolution. Oh, we got Trent 7. Let's announce that at Final Resolution. Are they huge things that change the game? No. But you got to keep having these little things that you do. So if you know you're bringing in Okada and Ospreay, let's announce that. They're going to slowly do it. And I think you got to do that to keep the momentum. What's up?
Josh hasn't had a match announced for
Hard to Kill?
Hard to Kill yet, has he?
No.
Okay.
There was a little dissension there with Zach and him, though, and I don't know if I want us relying on everyone else's talent.
I do,
but Zack Sabre Jr. versus who?
Nope.
Ospreay?
Nope.
Okada?
Because they still owe us one.
I mean, that's a lot of motherfuckers.
Give me Allen. Give me Josh versus AJ.
You're talking about AJ? Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing is, and I don't want to get
the poetic justice of it being almost to the date 10 years since AJ's last match.
Yeah, that is crazy. It is crazy, and he's just returning, if I'm not mistaken. I don't
just for that one.
Look,
just for that one.
Look, here's the thing. One, I don't want to feed into it, but those are the kinds of thing you slowly roll out or you announce right before, right? And maybe part of the deal is you have to do that. But I'm just thinking, that was the first thing I thought of. I'm gonna be real. Is I was even talking to my cousin last night about it. When you hear that Endeavor thing, you think, is there a way we get AJ back for a night? And it just,
ever since Mickey in the Rumble, I've been like, y'all owe us one.
Look, he did the video, and I know, we made amends, but I really want to hear that music one more time, and it would be a perfect night to do it. The question you have is where does he, is a third main event? Where does he go? That's a good problem to have. But
that's one hell of a real shit.
Yeah.
Start the show with that.
yeah, fine. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
You start the show, Josh come out, and he's like, yo,
Josh picking back-to-back L's night after 13 and 14. I don't know.
Does he take the L though?
I've been debating that, Lucha, since they announced it last night. Does Ospreay win again?
I don't think so.
The LDE and AEW tells me yes, he does win. I don't know what his contract really is. Says
isn't
no.
he still New Japan until February?
That's what I'm confused on. I don't know if all the other stuff was for show or whatever, because Tony was feeling needed some instant gratification, but I don't know how it all works. I am interested.
I'm like, bro, you could have just you shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have let us know now.
Yeah.
You should have just waited. Nigga, you had till February.
Man.
You could have waited till February and positioned your shit. Now you announce he's signed, and you know what he's become? He's become just like every other AEW signing who gets signed. There's all this fanfare. And you don't see him forever.
Preach. Back to AJ really quick. I just can't get over the fact that I sat on the AJ banner all of the episode 1000. I don't want to get my hopes up. But to end, I'm right there with you. So here's the hoping. But I think they got some things up their sleeve. Are they that big in reality, joking aside? I don't know. But the fact that we're talking about it like it could be something and not talking out our ass really is a good place to be.
You can't tell me that that's unlikely or impossible, because we've talked about Ospreay. We talked about Okada coming back.
Right.
Let's take it back further. Kenny Omega showed up. All these things. Matt Hardy showed back up.
Yeah. Anything is possible.
All these things we thought that weren't possible have happened. So you can't convince me of shit no more. Yeah. Especially from the moment Mickie James went to the Rumble while she was Impact Knockouts champ and was announced as such with her Impact theme song.
Impact Women's Champion, but yeah.
You can't tell me shit's impossible.
No, this is like 2015 Eddie. Is it 2015 Eddie? When was anything is possible, Eddie? It's AIP, man. I really believe 2016. Yeah, I think it is, but let's get this one out because we got about 5 more. I do think they need more knockouts in the tag division. We agree. Why not have Josh turn heel and cost Alex the title? Instant feud right there. Yeah, I would really like Josh to go into that. Everyone. What's the chase? He had the babyface chase. Love Josh.
The heel turn can't happen yet.
Was it the Macklin, the Stone Cold Brett thing?
No, not even that. Just simple. How's he gonna turn heel on Alex Shelley and then turn around and fight Ospreay?
Oh right, yeah. So Ospreay has to be We'll see where it goes, man. But I do like the idea of Josh turning heel, especially if it's a Team Canada thing. Once again, these are little things that they can do at the show. I don't think Team Canada fully reuniting is little, but there's a lot of things in the bag that they could pull out to make it exciting without signing a Mercedes or somebody. And as far as the tag, yeah, we all agree. We were in a place where we were like, damn, the tag. And now it is what it is. It's names, We got to keep that roster full to keep the tags full. Mm-hmm. Your by YouTube views. Oh, I included this because I don't know if you're a bot, but just in case you aren't, your channel calms me. I appreciate that. Keep it zen, my friend. I think it's a bot. Our buddy Chris Saletta, another solid reaction show. G, thank you. For me, I'm not really worried about the build buzz going into Hard to Kill because I think the show is going to be good. And I agree. Instead of blowing money on one talent, spread it around to multiple and rebuild some of the roster, including that Knockouts tag. I'm with you. But before we get your opinion on that, Lucha will bunch in with this. I'm not ruling out Mercedes. This is Chris again. I'm not ruling out Mercedes, but because I don't think she's done touring around just yet. I don't know. She showed up in AEW, so I don't know how that works or if they even had a deal.
Did she show up in AEW?
I mean, like in the crowd or some shit.
Oh yeah, but she ain't been there since.
No, they said that she's supposed to be there. That's the rumor, but the sheets are always wrong. Yeah, I'm not ruling it out either, man. There's too many connections. There's too much in the favor of Impact and how they do, or /TNA and how they respect the knockouts and feature the knockouts. So once again, AIP. But if it's going to be a thing where we get just Mercedes, or we could get a knockouts tag, we could get a legit, Grizzled Young Vets or whoever it is, a legit tag team already that's together and has that chemistry. We don't have to build, and another main event player. I don't know. I'd like to spread it out, but Lucha.
I just as far as cats anybody that I want TNA to sign is currently working elsewhere. So all I want is for them to make sure they still have their receipts, so they can get a couple people back.
Look,
namely Kiera Hogan.
Oh, man. Well, that's another thing that I said on the reaction show. I think there's a lot of people out there that, yeah, we do want that are in other companies, but there's a lot of people going to other companies that we keep missing out on that are going to bloat them rosters even more, to where when those contracts are released or they're up or whatever, maybe we have some pickings that we can really choose some quality players. And then there's some people like Bunny or Kiera Hogan who have some relationship with Impact /TNA that would be cool to bring back for the fans that, hey, it might not be X, Y, or Z, but it's a cool moments.
Like, man, I hear that damn Fire and Flavor theme song. I'm popping.
It's got to happen. All right, I think we got two more guys. Thanks for rocking with us. Demon Better 99. I don't like AEW. Fair. I think it's pretty bad. But with all that crazy stuff, pro wrestling, but all that crazy stuff they do, they are more like ECW. Okay. Impact is the exact opposite of ECW. It's not crazy, hardcore, raunchy, edgy in any way. I remember Impact used to have segments outside of the ring. I think they could be nice, change of pace. I'm going to answer that quickly, and then because there's two things. One of that's about my reaction comments, but the first thing about the segments outside of the ring, I think Lucha and I will agree unanimously. We can't even put the Nonsensi out this year for favorite pastime, because there's no segments, there's no swingers there's no interview segments, there's no really
Wrestle House,
there's no creative in the creative. But as far as, so yes, I'm on the same page with you there. We need to have some character. But as far as the ECW reference, and I know I should, and maybe that's on me for not clarifying, but when I say ECW, like, I don't mean blood and guts and edgy and raunchy. When I think ECW, it's the first place that I saw Ray versus Psychosis. It's the first place I've seen Malenko and Benoit and Sabu. To see promos like Shane Douglas, like in your face, just throwing up Taz. You know what I mean? All these people, it's misfits. Yeah, Van Dam doing his thing, talking about weed when Taz is dropping F-bombs like Shane. People revigorating their careers there. People that I liked that you couldn't see on WCW anymore.
The clown.
Right. But there's so much more to ECW than what people say it was. Yes, we have Bully telling the fans in the crowd that their mother taught him how to, fill in the blanks. Which, hey, that's what I want. And when Jake Something, I don't know if I was too in the treehouse or not to say it, but when Jake Something was saying, this is total nonstop action, it's in your face, it's hard hitting, it's, balls to the wall. That's what I want. I want a tunnel coming through brick, and I want that vibe of just, we're not the big money players at WWE, we're not the big money players at AEW, WWF/WCW. We're ECW. We're that third alternative brand who knows what we deliver is good, hides our flaws, accentuates the positives, and gives us that counterculture thing. Man, when people were doing, fucking pink and yellow trunks still, no, I still love pink and yellow trunks, but you know what I'm saying. ECW had Raven and Sandman and Dreamer talking about real shit, man. Just a different. That's what I mean. They don't have to be. I don't know. Lucha,
yeah. And no, I agree. I agree with everything you said. But I will say this though, like looking at the climate, the approval rating of multiple, promotions around or whatever, TNA is at a spot where they can capitalize on a lot of the disgruntled fans that might be out there, whether the WWE disgruntled fans or AEW disgruntled fans. There's a lot of both.
Yeah.
So we got the opportunity to like, fuck getting the disgruntled wrestlers. Let's get the disgruntled fans and just rock from there.
Yeah,
this is they have an opportunity to do it, and this is gonna be whether or not they can do it.
Yeah, that's dead on, and that's the key. Is I don't know, man. Opportunity. That's the key, and they have it, and you don't get many of them. I mean, I know we joke about about Steiner's wrestler. We're talking about Robert Irvine and shit, and the Treehouse, but it's just like that, man. Someone's handing you a complete second chance, a second opportunity with this TNA, rebrand. This is a fresh start for a lot of people to have fresh eyes on you. They gotta knock this shit out. And having character, and the keyword that Hannah fans been saying, identity. Identity. That's what it is.
Give me the tunnels. Give me lasers. I don't even care if you give me pyro. Just give me lasers.
Yeah,
I'll shut up.
In the that do a scorpion.
Yeah, and then it laces the TNA logo in the mat. Just give me that.
Look, I don't know.
You can get that shit at Party City, bro.
That's where they got some of the gear in these past few years. But, oh man, last one here for you guys. Jesus Christ. Millard, hey, Millard, lighten up the chat. We didn't put out a thing for it, or maybe just no one cared. No, we didn't. But make sure you guys join us for Hard to Kill January 14th. We'll have a party. It'll be a good time, and we'll celebrate what happens at Hard to Kill, or hey, at least shoot the shit on it. But thank you to Millard for lighting it up, and for this comment as well. What's up, Jeff? Another great reaction show, brother. I think Creative took a big hit when Jimmy Jacobs left to join the Snowman. I know that Delirious took over. I know Delirious took over some of his duties when he left. I didn't love the way he booked ROH. Same. QT Marshall is a very innovative writer and producer. Maybe they can get him before WWE signs him. Also, there's some very good unsigned talent out there that you in the chat mentioned. Hopefully, Scott's listening to our suggestions. I believe they are.
QTNA.
No, I don't know. Look, I don't know if they listen to suggestions, but I will say that I don't think they have their thumb up their ass. The only problem is what Lucha and I are talking about here, and also I've mentioned in the past few weeks in reaction, which is, yes, Jimmy Jacobs had some funky stuff during his time that we accredit to him, but there were some things that were still gems, man. We mentioned some. It gave it character, gave it identity, gave it something interesting to continuity each week to play around with. They still do the best A plus B plus C storylines and putting everything together. Everything makes sense with Impact. I love that. We need to sprinkle that innovation, that creativity, that edge. And if they do that, they'll nail it. But no matter what amount of suggestions Lucha I give here, it's all about who wants to sign with TNA, who they can sign, who they want to sign, and what fills out their roster. I don't know.
And I mean, plus, you ain't even necessarily gonna sign cats. It's just like, hey, you trying to come work a couple loops?
Do you want to stick you? That's the question.
Especially considering like we kind of do have a core, right? And the core is kind of like locked, aren't they? Like Bay, Ace, Josh, Moose. Maybe I don't know about Eddie, but like for the most part, like the core cats, they're here.
Yeah, the core is there, but I think we got to get back to. I know, and I'm bad with dates, you know that. Back to that couple of years where yes, we had some core. But we had some people around there where it felt attitude era, like where every division, like every segment was somebody that was well-rounded. Maybe it was the, what do you call it, years, the COVID years. I can't remember, but either way, like, that's what I want. If we're quickening up the pace, if we're having faster segments, in-your-face segments, you're going to need a lot of dudes to fill up those positions and those segments. So we will need more. I don't know if a lot of fans are over the turnover, though. I think that's maybe where some of us are alluding to. Do we need to be... I'm one of those people that, no, I don't care if they're officially signed. But at the same time, do I see why other people can be more invested? I do, but either way...
Just give me my damn trios division.
Hey, that's one thing, look, and you mentioned it over there, man. Hard to kill, yes. There's a lot of expectations, but turning on, once you order or turn on, you at least get the TNA nostalgia. We're at least getting that, right?
Yeah.
We're at least getting a new set. Probably new music and entrance and all that kind of stuff. Ramp, all that stuff. What's the ring going to look like? The logo's going to be in it. Is it going to? Are they going to do it like the Impact Zone? Is there going to be a ticker in the back, a banner? You know what I mean? There's so many things that could pop us before they even put on a damn match that I just think the night, as long as they do what they do, surprises or not, it's going to be a banger. And a good launching point. And then the next night you have Okada and a 6-man and Ospreay versus Josh too.
Which will take place within the next couple of weeks of television. So it's like...
crazy.
I just imagine if that match is for the UK-US title.
If you call that and that's what happens and that's how he sends off into... Well, I think they're going to still... he'll still wrestle for New Japan, but that would be damn cool if he lost it just so he can go on his AEW excursion. Excursion.
Man signed a whole contract.
Well, he's going to play around with New Japan as well, is what I heard. But all right, let's hit up Millard's question, then we'll say goodbye to everyone. Jeff, I got a Lethal Lockdown 2005 in the background, and damn near everyone in that match is in AEW or WWE. 4-on-4 match, Beer Money, Sting, Jarrett, Desmond, Abyss, RVD, and Jeff Hardy. Crazy as hell. Yeah, that's crazy. One, that makes me want to watch Lockdown 2005. Is that what it says? Wait, RVD's in it? Lethal Lockdown 2005. I don't know. Is my math wrong? I don't know. Either way, Millard, that's pretty cool. And yeah, pretty crazy, man. But who will be back? That's another side too. Maybe the relationship's cool. Maybe we do see some cats like Jeff Jarrett come back and, some Daniels. There are some cool things that could happen without us signing some big names. So that's all I wanted to put out there. But either way, guys, I hope you liked what you watched today. Either way, we had a good time talking to you. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Check out everything else on this channel when it pops up. Look out for the Nonsensies announcements, which I think we'll be doing here on New Year's Eve, probably a pre-tape. We'll see what happens. Lucha,
one more free agent that that we could bring in that could really
lay it on him.
What about Sami Callihan?
Dude, I've been, that's same thing with, I was mentioning with Deonna coming back or with Taylor, Kenny, or any of those people, or even Daniels and Jeff, to have someone come back who feels already family. Might not be the biggest, Sammy, but it feels right. It'd still be a cool damn moment. And he's only been away for a little bit, so it feels like a complete refresher for him. So I'm with you. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I'm with you. But yeah,
I've seen him since before Bound for Glory, right?
Yeah, they lost that tag title match heading into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn. Well, it'd be cool to see him, and he offers a lot. But who am I? Who are we?
TD Pop, motherfucker.
We are talking nonsense about Impact Wrestling. That's who we are. We hope you guys enjoy what you watch. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for rocking with us, man. We have a good time doing this, and we hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for coming out. God bless and good night. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Shout out Diamond Villain. Shout out Mike G. Everybody. TNA.
TNA.
Hold on. God damn it. Die, man. Like.